So in this part we are going to analyze the work that you have to do to make a configuration. And when I say the work that you have to do, is you that have to do it, not the field, not the electrical field. When you make a work from A to B, done by the electrical field, the work is Q 1 over RA minus 1 over RB. I have shown you that if you take the initial point RA like the infinity and the final point RB like the point R, the final point R, that is at a distance from capital QR, the work is this amount and the potential energy is minus the work, is Q divided by R. So the work is this one, the work done by the field, but the work done by you to make, to move the charge from the point infinity, from A to B, from the infinity to the point R, the work is the positive things like this. This is the work by the field. So the work is Q1, Q2 divided by the distance that separates the two charge. So I'm going to call this distance R12, R23, R13. So imagine that you want to find the work. Imagine three positive charges. So they have a repulsive interaction. So you need to make some work with a force to place the force Q2 here, Q2 here, and to bring Q3 from the infinity and bring it and put it here. So you need to make some work. What is the amount of work that you have to do? So the way to see it is like this. You bring first the chart Q1. When you place the chart Q1 in some place, you don't make any work because against what you are going to make any work. There is no force to bring it here. So when you bring the other Q2 to a new location, let's say Q2, you make a work, and the work that you do is Q1, Q2 divided by the distance that from one chart to the other one, so R12. Now, when you bring the third chart Q3 to certain position, here, Q3 will end it at some distance R13 from the chart 1 and some distance R23 from the chart 2. So the work done is the work to fight against Q1 and to fight against Q2. So the work to bring Q3 to certain position P3, let's say P3, this position we call it P3, will be Q1, Q3 divided by R13 plus Q2, Q3 divided by R23 by the distance. So this is the work for bringing Q3 and this is the work for bringing Q2. And the work for making the configuration, the work for making the total configuration is the total work. So we Q1, Q2 divided by R12 plus Q1, Q3 divided by R13 plus Q2, Q3 divided by R23. What happens if you bring a 4, the chart number 4 here? So you have Q1, you have Q2, you have Q3, so R12, R13, and you bring another chart here. You need to make another work to place the chart Q4 here. So the chart Q4 here will be at the distance 1,4 from the chart R14 from the chart 1, R24 from the chart 2, and R34 from the chart 3. So the work will be the work from bringing the chart Q4 from the infinity to the position P4. Let's say that this is the position P4, will be Q1, Q1, Q4 divided by R14 plus K, Q2, Q4 divided by R24 plus K, Q3, Q3, let me see, K, Q1, Q4, R14, Q2, Q4, all right, and Q3, Q4 divided by R34. And the total work will be the work previous, that is the previous work, that is, where is the previous work? Is here, the previous work for bringing the 3, and now for bringing the 4. So the work will be, well, K, Q1, Q2, R12, etc., plus this term, okay, this plus this plus all this will be the total work to create a system of 4 particles. Let's go to do one problem like this to practice. For example, imagine that I have a rectangle, yeah, maybe a rectangle. So I place the same charge in every corner of the rectangle. So I place the charge Q, the positive charge, positive. So it will be a work that it will be positive. So let's say that this is A, this is A, this is A, this is A, and this distance, of course, this distance is not A. This distance is A squared plus A squared square root. So this is a square root of 2A. And the other diagonal is the same distance. So what will be the work to bring the 4 charges to this configuration? So I will name the charges. Let's say Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Bringing the first charge to this position, I don't make any work. Bringing the second charge Q2 to this position, I make some work. And the work that I make is K, Q1, Q2 divided by A. Okay, now I will bring the charge 3 on the presence of charge 1 and 2. So bringing the charge Q3, I will make some work. And the work I will make will be K, Q1, Q3 divided by R13 plus, so I bring it in front of Q1, and now I will bring the charge Q3 in front of Q2. Q2, Q1, Q2, Q3 divided by R23. But R13 is A, and R13 is a square root of 2A, sorry. Okay, I will put it. I'm bringing the 4 charge to the infinity, to the position before, makes a work, and the work will be that you bring it in the presence of the other, in the presence of Q1, Q2, Q3. So it will be K, Q1, Q4 divided by R14 plus K, Q2, Q4 divided by R24 plus K, Q3, Q4 divided by R34. Okay, and the total work will be the sum of this plus this plus this. So it will have 1 term, 2 terms, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. So the total work will be the work to bring the charge Q2 on the presence of the charge Q1, to bring the charge Q3 on the presence of Q1 and Q2, and to bring the charge Q4 on the presence of Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay. k, and what will be this work? Let's go to calculate. K, because q1 equal q2, it will be q squared. So the first term is divide q1 and q2. The distance between them is a, plus, I'm going to see now this term, k q squared, r13 is the square root of 2a, plus k q2 q squared, r23 is a, so I'm here. Now I'm going to this will be k q squared r14 from the 1 to the 4 is the distance a, r14 plus k q squared r24 is the square root of 2a, plus k q3, q4, q squared, because they have the same distance, and r34 is a, the distance. So this is the total work. Let's go to sum it. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times k q squared divided by a, plus 1 and 2, plus 2 times k q squared divided by a square root of 2 by a. And this is the equation, this is the work. Let's go to put it like this, is k q squared 4 divided by a, plus 1 divided by square root of 2 by a. Okay, so this will be, the work will be k q squared 4 times the square root of 2 by a, plus a divided by a squared square root of 2. Well, this is the work.